Well, here we are, following behind another jackleg that's quoted this guy $5,000 worth of work. So let's see how it goes. Alright guys, this is going to be entertaining. So, hold on, let me make sure the date. I keep getting that damn, setting my date on this camera crap. So, what we've got here is a little 2.5 ton carrier, little trash can, straight AC, not a heat pump. Keep that in mind. By the way, look at the hood on the back of this package unit. Now, ain't that a mile damn long? So anyway, we're out here on a second opinion. This guy, and I'll get the phone so you can see the notes, had a local company come out, and they came out here. Evidently Virgil was out here on Saturday. He is in Orlando on vacation this week, and the guy's air conditioner quit working. He paid them. He was smart enough to pay them for the trip charge to come out, but they were here for a short period of time, and their final bill, these notes that you're seeing, are handwritten by Virgil and sent by text because he didn't leave him an invoice. And he said, honestly, the guy's name is Virgil, he said. So, Virgil, for $1,875, replaced the valve coil. That's what it says. Valve coil replacement. Now, this is a straight AC. There's only 2 valves on this. Your liquid valve and your suction line valve. And they are both original. So I'm hoping Virgil's not trying to bill him $1,875 to be replacing the valve cores that go in those valves. Cleaning solution and cleaning the condenser, $780. Now, does this coil look like it was clean? I would do the $100 bill test, but I think Ted's got all the $100 bills. I don't have any. But there's no air blowing out of the center of this condenser on top. And look at this. So, he said when the guy was out here to clean the coil, the guy lifted the top off, he held it back, and he poured some solution down the top of the coil. That's what he said. But it never got rinsed because Virgil doesn't carry hoses. They use, according to what the guy's telling me, told him to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a coil, a hose, because the homeowner doesn't have one hooked up out here, didn't have a water hose. Told the homeowner to go get a water hose or ask if he can borrow the neighbor's hose, because I guess they don't keep water hoses, pump sprayers, coil guns, the proper devices you would use other than a bucket. I guess that's all they keep on their truck. So, coil didn't get cleaned. And he also charged him $1,250 for leak sealant and additional refrigerant, and then on top of that $1,275 for labor. That's $1,275 for labor. Total bill $5,180 plus tax. To come out and replace absolutely nothing, unless it was the unless he meant to put valve core on there instead of valve coil. There's no reversing valve in here. There's nothing. The original compressor looks like it's the original fan motor. Pour a bucket of shit down the coil, add some refrigerant and some leak sealant to it. $5,170, guys. That is just awesome. So let's hook some gauges up to it and see what it's doing. Left the door off the furnace upstairs. These guys are out here. Jack leg heating and cooling. And so I've got some good heat coming out of this thing. It is R22, and they put leak sealant in it. I hope they weren't stupid enough to put 407C or something else on top of it. I hope they at least used R22 if they're going to charge him that much money. He hasn't paid yet. He disputed everything because he didn't think they did all that. That's why he has us out here to give him a second opinion, and I don't think he did it. I don't think they did it either. They didn't clean this coil. And the only valves are these on this outdoor unit. There's nothing inside there except the compressor and the fan. There's not even pressure switches in this outdoor unit. And then you've got your valve core stems, which you take off with a core tool removal. It takes 5-10 minutes if you're struggling with one. They damn sure don't cost $1,275. Or hold on. How much did he charge them for that? I think that was the highest thing on there. $1,875 to replace valve cores and then add some leak sealant. And I'm guessing maybe they didn't add the refrigerant either. It's only been, what, 3 days? Hold on. So we're running a 4 subcool and a 45 superheat. That does have a piston up there. I checked that out. This is just a small carrier case coil. It's got a piston on it. It is 86 degrees up there, but I'm guessing something's still leaking, possibly. That head pressure right there tells me they didn't clean the damn coil. And I've got pressures going up and down. It probably needs a little more refrigerant, or it's still leaking somewhere. This guy's, I don't want to touch it. I don't know what kind of leak sealant they put in there, what they did. I mean, I can go up there and sniff around that evaporator coil and see if it's leaking. It's probably where it was at. They said it was leaking out here. He said they walked up there in the attic for about 5 minutes. So we may end up there looking for a leak. Alright guys, so got a little bit more clarification. This is some kind of home warranty thing. It's spelled P-U-L-S, Pools, some kind of weird thing. He showed me an invoice, and Virgil evidently does work for these people, and the invoice that Virgil is trying to collect for, evidently these people reimburse the homeowner and the homeowner pays. Virgil has added, it says condenser, $4,700 on his invoice. Says he did it. So that's not a new condenser coil, and this isn't a new condenser. So Somebody's trying to rip this dude off. He said the man showed up in a car and was getting his things out of his trunk, which explains why he didn't have a water hose. But this coil thing, just to make sure I check it all, this $1,850 valve coil, the only other thing in this unit that's got a coil on it would be the contactor. So I'm hoping I don't open this up and see a new contactor. No, I do not. It's the original one. There is a newer capacitor in it. But there's some dust and dirt on the top, so I don't think that was it. So yeah, this guy didn't fix anything, and they're trying to scam this guy out of about $5,000. It says, if you saw the labor said like $1,275, but that means the guy's charging about $635 an hour labor, because the invoice says 2 hours. The man in the house said Virgil was only here for about an hour. So, for all you homeowners, those fly-by-night home warranty companies, stay away from them. Save your money. Find somebody local. Check reviews. Get references. Find out who your neighbors use. And deal one-on-one with the contractor. And if he shows up in a damn Buick LeSabre and he's got all this shit in the trunk, just tell him to leave. Alright guys, we're coming out to give this guy an estimate to replace this system. That work wasn't done. Nothing on that invoice that they're trying to bill him for was done, so he's not going to pay them. I told him he needed to put a new system here, especially if they put leak sealant in it. If I go up there and try to replace the evaporator coil, the system's ruined. Once the air gets in there, that leak sealant's going to seize up. We just need to probably run a new line set, replace this system. So they'll come out and give him an estimate. I wouldn't reuse the line set. We can come right down the side of the house with some line hide, run a new line set down here, new drain line and everything. Because if there's anything contaminated in that line set, I ain't worried about R11 flush. If there's been leak sealant put in it, run a new line set. So that's where we're at on this one. This was rather entertaining. Clean the condenser coil. Virgil didn't clean shit. Like, subscribe. Appreciate you watching.